The nation's top medical experts were out in full force today to try and reassure Americans that the coronavirus vaccines are safe, despite the pause on J&J over cases of rare blood clots in just 6 women.
The fact that following the EUA, we have continued to follow very carefully any possibility of adverse events, I believe, is the other side of the coin of hesitancy. It should reinforce in those individuals how we take safety so seriously.
6 women between the ages of 18 and 48 developed the unusual clots after receiving the J&J vaccine. 1 died and another is in critical condition. Again, the risk is extremely rare, about 1 in 1.1 million. Still, the pause has resulted in a ripple effect around the globe. Australia, South Africa, and several European countries have pulled the J&J vaccine from circulation and preemptively canceled future orders. Joining me now is the co-director of the Center for Vaccine Development at Texas Children's Hospital, Dr. Peter Hotez. Dr. Hotez, I understand the desire to be as transparent as possible. I understand the desire to get out there and talk to physicians and alert them to this possibility. I understand all of that. What I don't understand is why they're pausing it while they do that, considering it is just 6 cases out of around 7 million doses. It seems like, I mean, you tell me, is there more going on behind the scenes that we are not seeing? Or is this, am I wrong, is this the more prudent choice?
Yeah, here's the reason why I think it was the right thing to do. First of all, this is through the VAERS reporting system, but the thinking is by pausing this and alerting the medical community that this is a potential rare side effect of concern, potentially other cases of cerebral thrombosis could come forward. So that number of 1 per million could start going up. And that's important information to know. I think secondly is the fact that the J&J vaccine is an adenovirus vectored vaccine, and another adenovirus vectored vaccine, which has not been released in the U.S. but is in Europe, the AstraZeneca vaccine in Oxford, also seems to be associated with cerebral thromboses. And there the rate is about 1 in 100,000, 1 in 250,000. So this kind of gives people a chance to get their arms around what's going on, and is this a bigger problem with all of the adenovirus vectored vaccines? And I know it does cause concern, and people are upset because we know there's a very aggressive anti-vaccine lobby out there. But as Tony said, as Dr. Fauci said, this is also a reminder of how robust our system of pharmacovigilance and safety monitoring is, that it's sensitive enough that it could pick up 1 in a million adverse reactions. So the phase 3 trial was, in the tens of thousands, so wouldn't pick up something like this. But it's a reminder to the American people, and that's a sign of the glass half full, that we're not just, it's not just adios, we're done with this now. We continue to aggressively monitor these vaccines in every aspect.
Listen, I get that it's a sign of the system working, but given all of the distrust that is out there, how do you put the genie back in the bottle, especially when you have countries putting a pause on their own and then canceling future orders? That does seem to suggest that they're throwing in the towel on this vaccine. They don't want any more of it in the future. And given the number of people that are out there in the world and the number of countries you need to get vaccinated, not just the well-off countries like the United States or Australia, et cetera, but the smaller countries that need the vaccine, I mean, I feel like this is a major wrench for the effort to get the globe vaccinated, not just Americans.
Yeah, so there's 2 pieces to this, Katie. So first of all, if this had been done 10, 15 years ago, people would have shrugged their shoulders. Yep, this makes sense. Let's pause it. It's partly because we've enabled a very aggressive and expanding anti-vaccine empire to grow and dominate the internet, that this is such a concern. And one of the things that I've been having discussions with the with the federal government for many years now is we've got to do something about it. It dominates the internet. It dominates e-commerce sites. Like Amazon is the single largest promoter of fake anti-vaccine books, and nobody wants to do anything about it. And the message that I've always gotten from the federal government is, hey, Peter, we're not going to talk about this because it'll just give it oxygen. And I'm like, really? I mean, this is so pervasive. And now we've got the Russian government, and this has been reported by British and UK intelligence, has been specifically targeting Western COVID-19 vaccines to discredit them in favor of Sputnik 5. So what we really have to focus on with regard to the U.S. is dismantling this, whether you call it confederacy or empire, coming out of Russia and homegrown groups, a lot of them coming from the political right, unfortunately. And you've heard it all on Fox News the last few nights, going on anti-vaccine rants and targeting me and Dr. Fauci and Vivek Murthy. We've got to do something about to dismantle that. Globally, we're in a really tough situation because globally, in Africa and Latin America, they do not have access to the mRNA vaccines. There was never adequate there was so much emphasis on innovation that nobody ever thought, well, what are going to be our low-cost, durable, unfussy vaccines that we have for Africa and Latin America? And now we're going to have to deal with that, and that's why we're developing our own vaccine for that purpose.
It is a real problem, and the government is no longer the only provider of oxygen in those spaces. There's just so many ways to get information now from so many non-trustworthy outlets, both online and, as you mentioned, on broadcast. Dr. Peter Hotez, thank you so much for joining us, as always.
Hey, thanks for watching our YouTube channel. You should know that you can follow today's top stories and breaking news and catch up on your favorite MSNBC shows all in one place. Download the NBC News app today.